The Goldstein residence, located in a prestigious neighborhood, was a faithful reflection of their prosperity. The father, a distinguished defense attorney and jewelry dealer, and the mother, a renowned real estate agent, had forged a home that was both luxurious and welcoming. Upon reaching the imposing gate, I was greeted by James, the gardener, who was meticulously tending to the shrubs in the elegant front garden. He greeted me with a cordial "Hello, Alec." "Good morning," to which I responded with a kind gesture and a smile. Upon entering the house, I was met with a homey scene in the kitchen. Solomon's parents were enjoying a morning chat. Saul Goldstein, an affable and bald man of German descent, was in his underwear savoring his coffee. His wife, Ruth Lavin, an Israeli in her 40s with an enviable vitality thanks to Pilates and yoga, offered a lively contrast to her husband's relaxed demeanor. "Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Goldstein," I greeted them deferentially. "Good morning, Alec. Would you like to have breakfast with us?" Mrs. Goldstein invited, always so motherly towards me. "Thank you, but I'll have breakfast with Solomon," I replied, returning her affectionate kiss on the cheek. "They consider me almost a son, and our relationship is very close." In a playful tone, Mrs. Goldstein reprimanded her husband for his informality. "Saul, don't you think you should at least put on your robe?" she said to him, to which he responded with a knowing smile towards me. "I don't think Alec minds, do you, champ?" he added, letting out a restrained laugh. My gratitude towards my best friend, who is almost like a brother to me, is immense. He has welcomed me into his family, which I now consider a second home, and for that I will always be grateful. Let me tell you how it all began. I vividly remember my first visit to the Goldstein house. It was a turbulent day at middle school, where the other students were making fun of me, an 8-year-old boy with a below-average height and distinctive features. After an altercation with one of them, for punching one of the boys who was bullying me, I ended up in detention, where I met Solomon. He was also there for defending himself against taunts about his difficulty with math. He threw a few punches at a couple of boys who were mocking him about it. At first, our interactions were tense and even came to blows because of his comments about my appearance. However, when he realized that I wasn't intimidated by him, and that I was even willing to stand up to him, he changed his attitude. "Friends?" I offered, extending my fist to him as an offering of friendship. He just laughed and accepted. Our friendship blossomed in that detention room, and by the end of the day, we were inseparable. That same afternoon, Solomon invited me to his house for a video game session, an invitation that filled me with excitement, as I had never been invited to a friend's house before. Heck, I didn't even have any friends. My mother gave her consent after talking to Mrs. Goldstein. That first afternoon playing with Solomon was incredible, marking the beginning of a friendship full of camaraderie and joy. It happened exactly 6 months ago, and since then I've grown to love this family, which is like my own as well. A surprise visit and a forgotten birthday. Standing outside Solomon's room, I ignored the authorized personnel-only sign hanging on the door and slipped in. He was, as always, fast asleep. "Banzai!" I yelled as I lunged at him. Startled, he caused Solomon to fall out of bed and get tangled in the sheets. "Mom, the magazine is Alec's!" he mumbled dazedly, falling out of bed. I couldn't help but laugh at his reaction. "Demon dwarf, you'll pay for this!" he roared, though his tone was more playful than angry. We engaged in a friendly fight, rolling around on the floor with laughter. During our fight, my pants slipped down, which caused even more laughter. We were having pancakes for breakfast when Solomon asked if it was possible for Ben, the family's driver, to take us to the comic book convention we wanted to visit for my birthday. Surprised by the news, his father exclaimed, "Really? How could we have forgotten?" And then urgently called his wife, "Ruth, woman, come here quickly." "What's wrong, Saul? I'm trying to make pancakes, although it's actually Joanna who prepares them while she only serves them. Very motherly, though. Her husband, with a mixture of surprise and guilt, informed her that he had forgotten my birthday. How could you forget Alex's birthday? She asked, surprised and happy at the same time. Oh, I can't believe it, happy birthday my boy! She exclaimed, hugging me with joy, as only a mother can.